Well, for me, Crostini is something that's so great to start a meal with. Or, you know, you have friends over to have a drink and you want to have something simple. I think a Crostini is great. For me, the one with the sausage and Telligio that just really melts in your mouth. It's just delicious flavors. When I think about teaching, I always think about keeping it simple because people have such busy lives, especially my student today, Heather, who does sales for a market research firm. And I think that when people get home from work, they don't have as much time. They want to have something delicious, but they don't want to spend hours in the kitchen. Is that true for you?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I do have a really busy life, and it is really important to me to be able to come home and make something simple for dinner. But simple, oftentimes, a lot of recipes you find, it translates to bland.
I started writing recipes that I really felt were very doable. And you didn't have to shop in a ton of stores. You didn't have to spend hours in the kitchen, but you end up with great, really flavorful results. I thought today what I would show you, first of all, and one recipe that I love and it's been my favorite recently, is this crostini with sausage and tellagio. And honestly, this is so easy. And the great thing about it, you start, first of all, just by taking some sausage and taking it out of its casings. So this is sausage that's in its casings, and you can just remove it. Now, here, you can take the other one.
Oh, did you cut the ends off these, or?
No, they're just cut into pieces. But these are, you know, just sausage that are in casings. But if you want, and if you find bulk sausage, you could also use that. That would be fine. So just in bulk. And this is a pork sausage.
Okay.
You could probably, if you wanted to, use a turkey or a chicken sausage, but pork, of course, has really good flavor. You can throw away the casings.
Okay.
And this one is a little bit spicy with some crushed red pepper. If it's got fennel seed in it, then you don't have to add fennel seed later. Next, we're going to take a little bit of Telligio cheese.
And what is Telligio cheese?
Telligio is a cow's milk cheese. It's a washed rind cheese that comes from Italy. And it smells, it's fairly assertive. Smell it. But when you taste it, it's very creamy and it's not strong at all. So what I do first of all is to just cut off the outside. One cheese that you probably wouldn't want to use is a mozzarella. Mozzarella is delicious. I mean, it's a good melting cheese, but it doesn't have a lot of flavor. This has really good flavor.
Okay.
So I add this to the sausage. I did the hard part. Now I'm going to give you, that was the cheese. But now we'll let you chop some parsley.
Okay.
So we need a few tablespoons of parsley. There. And I think that's going to be a good amount. And you want to start by chopping that.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do this the right way, but how do you do it like that?
Already you're set up correctly. Exactly.
Okay.
And if you can start by picking your knife up and down, but after what you're going to do is rock your knife and keep the tip of your knife down. That's good. That's excellent. Okay. Now what we can do is place that in this bowl.
How much?
Probably that's going to be good. Okay, now, since this sausage didn't have any fennel seed in it, what I thought would be nice is just to add a little bit. I like fennel, and I think it'll be delicious in this. So you can put this in a mortar and pestle, or if you want, you can just mash it.
Just
and
like
it just
this?
has to be coarsely done, yes. I started that way, and then with some pressure, I just turn it around and around. Try turning it to good, excellent, yes.
That works out well.
Okay, this is perfect. That's done, so it's coarsely mashed. And then now we'll add some salt and some pepper. So you can add a good pinch of salt. It depends upon your sausage. You can always, yes. And now a little bit of pepper.
Oh, there we go.
Next, what we do is we mash this together. So you can use this nice big spoon.
I never would have imagined mixing.
What I love about this is so perfect for if you're having friends over for drinks and you want something instantly. What I do is I make a double or a triple batch, and then I have some left. I put it in Ziploc bags, and then I just store it in the freezer. And then when I'm ready, I just bring it out, bring it to room temperature, spread it on the bread, and I instantly have something to serve with drinks for guests that just drop by. It is the easiest first course, or just a little bite. Tastes delicious with white wine, red wine, sparkling wine, champagne, everything.
Oh, there
it's
you
just
go.
really good. Now, I think you're probably done. That's great. And let's set this aside. And next what we'll do is cut the bread. So I would say something like this. And then I cut this into pieces that would be serving size pieces. Not too big, not too small. Now what I love about this is you don't even have to toast the bread.
Oh.
It's just bread, fresh bread. So I just take this, spread it on like this. And the great thing about this is the filling isn't really wet, so you can do this a few hours in advance. All you have to do now is just bake it. So easy. It's just about 10 minutes in the oven, and you've got this really quick and very easy first course that honestly lately has been everybody's favorite. All right, so this is the last. Hey, you do the honors.
Oh, great. Thank you.
All right, now what we do next is put this in the oven until it's golden around the edges and the sausage is cooked all the way through. Look at them. That looks so fabulous.
Gosh, they smell delicious.
Don't they?
Yeah, they really do.
Amazing. Okay, we'll just place these right on the platter. This is what you're looking for. See how they're golden around the edges?
Oh, yeah.
And then the sausage is cooked all the way through. I love this. I mean, it's so simple, and people just love them. Can't wait to taste these.
Yeah, they smell delicious.
That's so delicious.
It's wonderful.
And the
You said it
fennel?
was- yeah, the fennel was nice too. It was really
I know,
nice.
Isn't that delicious? And the cheese. It's very nice, and it's mild, but it's got that nice creaminess. I
Yeah.
love this. And really, now those are easy.
Really easy. The crostini was super simple. That's something that I could easily do. The fact that you can freeze it and then pull it out of the freezer and use it, you know, at any time is great. So I'm certain I'll be doing that at home.
Okay, this is some pancetta. Pancetta is just a spiced and salted pork product. And sometimes you'll find it in a flat piece. Sometimes it's rolled. Mostly in the United States, it's rolled. And it adds a lot of flavor. So
Okay.
what you can do with this is to cut this into a couple of slices.
All right, so how thick? Like this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, it's solid.
It is.
Whoops. How do you cut straight?
You're doing a fine job. It's absolutely fine. 2 slices, I think, would be really good for
Okay,
this.
glad you
I'll
said
grab
that.
this. And now what we'll do is we'll dice that. So what you want to do for this is you can unroll it, or I just cut this into slices like this, or thin strips, I should say, just like that.
Okay.
And then I turn this, and then I just cut this into a dice. That's probably about 1/4 to 1/3 of an inch.
Got you. Okay.
While you're doing that, what I'm going to do is just to heat some oil in a saute pan. And I'm using a few tablespoons of oil. So that's going to really give you part of the sauce.
Okay. And just a plain olive oil?
I used a nice extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
Yeah. And when the oil is rippling, we can just add this pancetta right to the pan.
It's a nice sizzle.
I know, that's what you're looking for. Now you can go ahead and you can stir that. I think we're done at this point. I'm gonna turn that off because there's still a little bit of heat in the pan. I want that to cool a little bit. And next what we can do is, we've got some water boiling here, and this is what I wanna show you how fast this dish is. And I love the kind of pasta dishes that in the time it takes to cook the pasta, you've got the sauce done. That is to me, that's ideal. That's a 10-minute dinner. So you wanna add some salt to the water, and you want a good handful of salt.
Like that?
Yes. So you
Stir
can
out
go
the
ahead.
whole thing?
Yes. We're adding linguine. Yes. You can just pour it all right in.
Yeah, I'll just do it like this.
And it is going to get soft very, very quickly. And you're going to give that a stir. And what you want is immediately you give it a stir so you don't have one big wad of pasta. You know that it's going to separate.
Like right now.
That's great. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, we're going to let this cool, but you can see it's still bubbling just a little bit, which is great.
Right. It's gotten a little more golden.
And we have a little bit of garlic. There you go.
Oh, that's
and this
super
is done.
fun.
You
Beautiful.
add it right to this nice, fresh goat cheese.
Okay.
Now, here is some cream, heavy cream. You can add that.
All right. Now, is there a particular type of goat cheese that you use? Are there different types, like mild or flavored,
usually when they're fresh, it's really nice and mild, and I love that for this dish. It's a nice, mild, fresh goat cheese. Okay, you can also take these chives and with your knife. Some people like to use scissors. I'm a person that uses a knife. But you can just go ahead and keep the tip of your knife down and go forward. Forward. Exactly. Good. Don't worry about speed and keep your fingertips in.
So how's that?
That's excellent. I think we'll use that. So you can place that in the bowl. And now we have just a touch of hot from that pancetta. So let's go ahead and add a little bit of hot. So I would say probably a quarter of a teaspoon.
Put in like about that?
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Excellent. And then now you can add half of this finely grated Parmigiano Reggiano. You want to stir that together. And we need some salt and pepper. That's going to bring out the flavor.
How's that looking?
That's excellent. And let's see how this is.
Okay. So how do you tell?
You know what? When I'm making pasta all the time, I can go just by the look, but a lot of times I taste. It's perfect. It's got a good toothiness to it. See? We finished the sauce. This is done. There. That's probably 2 tablespoons of that pasta water.
Perfect.
You can stir that together. Yes. See what that does? How it really softens that? You can go ahead and add that wonderful sauce to your pasta. But now we get to add that wonderful pancetta too. We need a rubber spatula for that.
Yeah, I don't want to lose any of this.
I know. Take that pancetta and you can pour that into.
With the oil as well?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
That's going to give you a lot of flavor.
That looks delicious.
Great. So you can just toss this together. But now there's one more thing. Go ahead. We've got one more thing to add. And this, what I love about adding fresh arugula is that it starts to just soften and wilt in the pasta. And it gives it a nice peppery flavor. So you've got the pepper from pancetta, the crushed red pepper, a little bit of black pepper, and then you've got that nice pepperiness that comes from the arugula, and it's really delicious. Linguine with pancetta, goat cheese, and arugula. And then finally, the last thing, a little bit of that grated Parmigiano Reggiano. Just a little bit.
That looks beautiful.
Doesn't that look good?
Looks wonderful.
Okay, now we're ready to taste.
Great.
So I thought a little bit of Sauvignon Blanc would be nice with this.
Yeah. And why did you choose Sauvignon Blanc?
Sauvignon Blanc because it's nice and crisp and dry. And I was thinking with that pepperiness, and it would have that whole fresh kind of flavor. So let's see. That's so delicious. The goat cheese is so nice, isn't it? It's delicious, huh? Now that's easy. Try this. That's so delicious together. Absolutely delicious. It's really,
wonderful.
There's got that nice acidity to the goat cheese, and I think that really ties well. And then there's the whole freshness.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
all very smooth
together. I
together.
can't seem to stop here.
No, I'm definitely not stopping.
I really love that dish, and how simple is that? I mean, but it's an odd combination. I mean, you're putting pancetta together with olive oil, and then you've got goat cheese. But boy, when you taste it all, and the garlic just kind of comes alive, and the chives, it's just a really delicious, simple dish.
But really, the arugula in it just added like the nicest little bit of crunch, a little bit of peppery. I just couldn't stop eating it. Honestly, it was delicious.
And finally, for dessert, I thought what we would do is some summer melons with spiced wine.
Wow, I'm intrigued.
I know, this is good, but I'll tell you, you said simple, and this is a really easy one.
Yeah.
So you're gonna take, this is a late harvest Semillon. You're gonna pour it into that pan. You can pour the whole bottle.
So this is a bit sweet then, right?
It is. It's very sweet and delicious.
Gotcha.
So you'll love this.
That's great.
Next what we'll do is we're going to peel this orange
With a peeler.
with a vegetable peeler.
I don't think I've ever done that before. Are you looking for a thin layer or?
I'll
just
show
get
you.
in there?
Peel some, and I'm going to show you the one thing that you don't want to happen. Let's see. See how on the back there's hardly any white? That's what you want. You don't want to have any white on the back because white would add a bitter flavor. If you do have some white, that means that peeler peels very deeply and it's going to remove the white. And I'd rather not have the white on the back. So just the colored part, that's going to give you flavor.
Just a, oops.
Oh, that's fine. See? Good.
Okay.
Excellent. Boy, you can really smell that orange.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. No,
Okay.
this is perfect. Okay, we're not done though with the orange.
Oh,
You're going to
good.
cut this in half across, and we'll use one of these wonderful little juicers. And contrary to what you would think, you put the cut side down, and then you can juice this right into the wine in the pan.
Okay.
Oranges
Both halves?
gives the best flavor. Yes.
Oh, that works great.
I know, doesn't it? Now we're going to add, you can add either a little bit of honey, but I thought what would be kind of fun is a little bit of agave nectar.
Oh, really? Agave nectar.
Agave nectar comes from Mexico. It's what they use to make tequila.
Okay.
Probably about a tablespoon would be good.
Just guess?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect.
There we go.
I love the flavor of agave nectar. It's really kind of melty. Do you want to taste a little? Look,
Yeah, I'd like
put it on your
to.
finger. Whoops.
It's a little, it's like a light honey, like,
Yes.
but it's sweeter.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah, it's really delicious.
Mellow, I love it. Okay, some slices. I would say probably 5 slices of fresh ginger. You can leave the peel on.
Oh, okay. Thin slices like that?
Yes.
Oops.
They can be even a little. Do a couple more. That's fine. And it's kind of nice because what you're having is this wonderful Semillon, but then you're adding the flavor of ginger and orange to it, which is really, really nice. Good. That's
Yeah.
excellent.
It smells so good too. Put these in the pan?
And the last thing I thought would be a little bit of vanilla bean. Have you worked with them much?
No, I haven't.
Well, this is a vanilla bean, a whole vanilla bean.
Yeah.
It's interesting. When I buy them, I like when they're really soft like this. Feel how they're soft and it's soft and supple.
Yeah, it's actually pliable.
Yes.
It's filled with something.
It is. It's got the little seeds inside. So what we do, I'm going to use a half. That will probably be enough. And what I do is I just cut right down the vanilla bean. I'm going to have you do this, but don't go through the other side.
Oh.
Try to just cut through that first layer.
This will be like
There's your
specialty
challenge today.
Knife skills. I think there we go.
And then you can take this and open. Perfect. You did the right thing. See how you can just open this up?
Oh, yeah.
And what I do is I open it all the way down to the end, and I take a small knife, and then I just take the sharp side of the knife and I run it right down the vanilla bean, and you've got all those fabulous seeds.
Oh, that's
You know
where
when
it
you
comes
see
from.
ice cream and you see those little seeds? That's what
Yeah.
this is. And there's lots of flavor there. But I throw the whole vanilla bean in too because that's got lots of flavor. We can always fish this out after.
Okay.
All right,
looks
now
great.
we can turn this on.
So how high should we turn it to?
You know, I want to turn this probably to about medium. And what I do is I bring that up to a boil and then I'll turn it down and simmer that for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So not too long. It will really just take on the flavor of all those wonderful aromatics that we've added, and then we're going to pour it over these wonderful summer melons.
Oh, nice.
So we get to do the melons now. Okay, so this one is a cassava melon,
Cassava.
and this one is a cantaloupe.
Oh, okay.
which when I was a kid, we always called muskmelon on the East Coast. But just depends where you are. And this one is a honeydew.
All right, that I'm familiar with. This one I've never seen before.
This is cassava. They're all delicious and all sweet. And you want to make sure that your melons are nice and sweet. One of the things that I do is with the whole melon, what I do is I always feel the end. It's hard when it's cut in half, but when you're buying a whole melon, just feel the end, and there should be a little bit of give on that end.
Oh, does that mean it's ripe then?
That means it's ripe, yes. So you can take a spoon, and first of all, what we'll do is we'll remove the seeds and put them in this bowl. Okay, good. Ooh, there's lots of juice to that. That'll add so much flavor. Okay, now we can set that aside, and then you can take a melon baller. Here's one for you. And what we're going to do is make whole round balls of melon. So you can just take your melon baller and you just place it inside like this, and what you do is you turn it so you end up with a round ball. Now this one's a little bit flat on one side. If that happens, it's okay. You can see that even happens to me. But I try to make circles, but it's fine if you don't have a complete circle. All right, it's now been 5 minutes, so we can turn this off. And Heather, what you can do is you want to remove everything from there. Okay.
Oh, it smells incredible.
Here, you can just discard those right there.
Yeah, between the ginger and the orange peel.
It really does smell good. It's like you want to just drink that.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Now, this is hot, but we have cool melons, so it's fine to just pour this right over the melon, and it'll cool very, very quickly.
Okay. And the whole thing?
Yes. And what I love about this, if you make it ahead and leave it in your refrigerator, it's wonderful because it just really flavors it. Or what we're going to do is taste it right away. Both ways, it's delicious.
Oh, yeah.
And this will cool down very, very quickly. The last thing that we would do is just a little bit of fresh mint. So I just picked this. Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
I mean, that's simple. I just thought, well, you know, what about something that is not only is it easy, but it's also kind of fresh, and it's something that people wouldn't expect, but when you bring it to the table, it's really elegant. And I thought it was perfectly Heather. I just think it was so perfect for her, but it'd be perfect for anyone.
The cassava melon, because I'd never tried that before. I'd had cantaloupe and honeydew, and that's really one of the sweetest, most fragrant melons I think I'd ever had. Because the orange and the ginger smell so
I know. It's really
flavorful.
aromatic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay.
It's fabulous. That Semillon is so floral. It's just really beautiful, isn't it? That late harvest wine.
It is. It's wonderful. And the melons are so light and ripe.
I know. It's so easy.
Yeah,
what I
very
love
easy.
about all three of these dishes, I love the crostini, the pasta, and then this. They're all so simple. It just goes to show you with just a few lessons, you can turn out some really, really simple, but also delicious food if you've got a great student like Heather.
Aw, thank you, Joanne,
Thank
and a
you.
great teacher.
Thank you.